Your fault, your fault, your fault. That's what they've been drilling into your head ever since slave days. It was your fault for slavery. It's your fault for Jim Crow. You're not good enough. You don't look the same. Do you understand what's going on? If you're sitting up there trying to impress these people all the time, then you're putting yourself into a lesser position. That's what happens when you're trying to impress people. Let me put it to you this way. Michael Jordan's sons, they were in Vegas this week, and they partied like rock stars, okay? They spent $56,000. $56,000 gambling and kicking it and partying. Now, honestly, between you and me, they should be able to do that without any scrutiny. Their father did all the hard work to make sure that they would have that type of future, that he would have that type of future. So I don't want to hear any of you black people saying a dang word about this one, all right? Period. It's crazy. Now, on the other part, they were also partying with white girls. Now, this has a lot of black people upset, mainly black women. And do you want to know what those black women are saying? They're calling the Michael Jordan boys ugly. Yeah, that's how black women deal with situations like this. They start calling these young men ugly. And then this goes to impressing people. You understand what I'm saying? Then they start going after Michael Jordan. Yeah, dead silence. Impressing people puts you in a lesser position. Michael Jordan has done so many amazing things throughout his career, I only have to go through it. But yet, no matter how much he did, his sons go and have a good time, they're trying to tear his image down. Your father sell out. You see? That's why I'm trying to impress African American women. That's impossible. The same thing can be said for white people. That's impossible. So whether if you stop using the N-word or not, that ain't going to impress them. So don't give away your rights to your rule book. That's insane. No matter what Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton have to say, some things that come out of important people's mouths is silly. And those two men on this instance, they're silly. I'll put it this way. If every single one of you black people thinking that you're going to impress white people by being, again, better black people, do you really think they're going to stop saying the N-word? Heck no. No. No way. So let me get down to business. Talking to my wife, I got a little tidbit of information. Got to understand this to its core. White people's idea of balance goes this way. Whoever they are getting something from, they expect those same very people to give them something. So they got and forced black people into slavery. Now they want you to give them the N-word. See how that works? Now, let me go ahead and explain something to you. This is why I was explaining to you the definition of terms very simplistically. This is why I went through a very brief talk about racism and how they have to make it your fault. Everything has to be your fault. That's the only way they can stay on top. But once you realize that what you're doing is not your fault and it's their fault, then you're in the power position. So stop trying to impress them. Stop being happy to sign their paperwork. You were good enough from the beginning to sign their paperwork. You were good enough in the beginning to live in whatever neighborhood you wanted to live in. You were good enough in the beginning to have whatever job. And to you brothers out there that I blocked, look, I'm not mad at you. I was mad then, but I ain't mad now. And I don't expect you guys to be mad. Now, I listen to your videos, and you know which one I'm talking about. I listen to your videos. It's not a big deal. But it was necessary for me to go ahead and remove that stuff off the page so that we can have a realistic discussion without any distractions on what was happening. And in actuality, I think you guys are smart and valuable individuals. Now we get to come to this point right here. Look, certain people don't benefit from the N-word. That includes Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, as well as the President of the United States. You see, white people press them They press them every time they go into the green room or whatever. They press them into, hey, stop your people from using the N-word. That'll make things better. But see, in my mind, that raises a red flag. Why are white people saying, we all should stop using the N-word? Why are they saying that? You always got to look at the underlying reason why. And I figured it out. And it tripped me out too. So, are you ready to hear? Well, here you go. It comes down to this: monetary value. That's all it is. Monetary value. That's why they want you to stop saying the N-word. It cuts off finance to the African American community. Every time Sharpton jumps up, every time any of the white people jump up, every time Jesse Jackson jumps up, finance. White people take a small penalty for saying the N-word. They get fired or they have to quit. Now do you see a little bit why they want you to stop using the N-word? But it gets way deeper than that. Here's the actual reason why. It's beyond the small penalty that they take. It's the fact that you, black people, benefit from it. It was all in Dr. Laura's statement. Black guys on HBO say it all the time. See, let me go ahead and explain it to you. Richard Pryor. And it's the most amazing thing in the world. You just can't use the N-word, you understand. You got to have talent too. Richard Pryor made millions by being funny as well as using the N-word. That's right. Eddie Murphy made millions by being funny as well as using the N-word. Chris Rock made millions by being funny as well as using the N-word. Millions. Dave Chappelle, $50 million being funny as well as using the N-word. You have to understand, black people, you the only people on this planet who have a monopoly on the N-word. You're the only person on this planet that can use this word without a penalty. Your money goes straight into the stratosphere, straight up, because it's your word. You took ownership of it, and therefore you win every time. And because of this, that makes white people angry. They're like, what? How are they going to make all this money? Look at them. They're trying to make millions of dollars. Eddie Murphy, millions of dollars. But when I say the N-word, I get fired. I get reprimanded. I have to go through counseling classes. And that's what they say. We all need to stop using the N-word. Well, I will give you 50 million reasons why you should do whatever the heck you want to do according to your rule book. I got 50 million reasons why you should not listen to Al Sharpton on this one. I got 50 million reasons why you should not listen to Jesse Jackson on this one, and whoever else has to say something about it. It's about monetary gain. Now, you can sit up there and you can oppress white people all you want, but they ain't gonna stop using that word. Heck no. Ask them about reparations and see what they have to say to you. And that goes the same way for hip-hop artists. They made millions using that N-word. But they had to have talent. And they got radio edits. And these days, they don't even really use it that much. Nope. That's how talented they are. They even obliged Sharpton. They even obliged Jesse Jackson. And they still could not stop that money. You have your own ways of making incredible amounts of money. Don't let them take that away from you. And don't give it away just to impress them. It's your rule book, black people. You make the rules. Don't let them dictate the terms of your lives. You're way too smart for that. Now you have the information. Now you realize why I had to stop everything. Everything. Because you're going to lose millions. Is that acceptable to you? They want you to give, 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 just like they're doing Obama. He came in giving. Bipartisanship. And their idea of balance is what? More bipartisanship. Do it our way. And you all are receiving and getting the repercussions of him doing it their way. Don't do a dang thing their way unless it makes sense. And you losing millions of dollars where there would not be any doesn't make any sense. So now you know why whites want you to stop using the N-word. It has everything to do with money and your monopoly. They want your monopoly. All the pieces, the houses, they want all your little silver game pieces. They want your dad, they want your money, they want everything. Are you going to give it to them? So now you know. This is the Calvary. I'm out.